Good day, everyone. We are the Group 5, and today we will going to expand our information and knowledge about the 5 pillars of education in the 21st century, teaching and learning. So first is cultural identity. Is an important factor to consider because of the method of instruction may differ depending on their cultural expectations. So as described the relationship between learning and cultural identity, as successful learners were investigated and valuable insights into cultural identity were discovered that teachers should be aware of their students' cultural identities and be able to designate their learning characteristics and motivations, thereby enhancing their learning achievements. Evaluate and accept their cultural backgrounds, they will be better able to create a classroom that will enhance the learning of each students. So as we observe that classrooms filled with teachers and students who share their cultural identities build trust and foster stronger relationship, which leads to students' engagement, higher motivation, and excitement about learning together. The values and ideas that both educators and students hold for the teaching and learning process are referred to as the culture of teaching and learning. Culture influences how we perceive the world, how we perceive our community, and how we communicate with one another. Being a part of culture has an impact of how we learn, remember, communicate, and act. As a result, culture influences learning and teaching styles to a large extent.
So next is globalization. Globalization is about the interconnectedness of people and businesses across the world that eventually leads to global cultural, political, and economic integration. Because of globalization, it improves students' ability to acquire and apply knowledge. Globalization also, it improves learners' ability to access, evaluate, adapt, and apply knowledge, to think independently in order to exercise appropriate judgment, and to collaborate with others in order to make sense of new situations. So in today's world, globalization is an important concept for students in higher education to understand and appreciate because of the demand in business and industry to hire people who can work with people of other nations and cultures.
So concept 3, intellectual culture. Intellectual culture comes from two words that have different meanings on their own that are combined. They produce an entirely new meaning. This is what intellectual culture is. The term intellectual, which is derived from the word intellect, is used to describe someone who participates in critical research. The term culture is a general one that refers to social behavior, institutions, and norms present in human societies, as well as the people that make up these groups, as well as their knowledge, beliefs, and abilities. Diverse writing genres that convey modern political, educational, and cultural concepts make up intellectual culture. It recognizes the diversity of their students' body and understands the value of promoting cultural awareness. And it encourages students about their own ethnic and cultural backgrounds by conducting a research. And it engages students effectively in the learning process. Teachers must know their students and their academic abilities individually.
Okay, let's move to concept number 4. The concept number 4 is economic circumstance, which is referred to the current situation of the macroeconomic indicators and tendencies in a nation. The first is increase student satisfaction in economics courses using interactive methods. The second is influence education's quality and availability, as well as its ability to improve people's lives. The third is increases the efficiency of each individual. So the issue is that the present educational system was developed, constructed, and structured for a different era. It was created in the economic climate of the Industrial Revolution and in the intellectual culture of the Enlightenment. There were no public education system in a place before the middle of the 19th century.
So let's move on from the concept 5. So the topic is all about the revolutionary idea. What is it? So for revolutionary teaching, there is no teachers and student. Rather, revolutionary teaching establishes an event-based revolutions that have facilitated and made education possible. So revolutionary ideas and developments involve great changes in the way that something is done or something is made. So the importance of this concept of revolutionary ideas is that it helps students and teachers alike to develop a deep understanding of how the concept interrelate with each other and build an exemplar that will empower them throughout their education and career.
So for the last concept would be the academic ability. So unsang din academic ability? This is deep in the gene pool of public education at there are really two types of people, academic and non-academic smart people and non-smart people. As it results, many brilliant people believe they are not because they've been judged against this particular view according to Mr. Ken. The two twin pillars which academic and intellectual. And according to this view that of this model has caused chaos in many people's lives, it's been great for some. There have been people who benefited. So as it relates this academic ability to teaching and learning, it refers to the unique ways an individual processes and retains new information and skills. Also, it involves creativity, time, and desire to understand how a student learn best, reinforce the view that students can master academic subjects.